Greetings. We continue part 2 of surveillance until retirement from 1 Peter 5:8 today. We were looking at all the uses of this word. 1 Peter 4:7 says, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer." And here in the text, 1 Peter 5:8, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour." We go back to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8, and we'll consider verses 7 and 8. He says, "For he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? There is no man that hath power over the Spirit, to retain the Spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death. And there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it." Now here in Ecclesiastes 8:8, the word rendered discharge, Strong's 04917, carries a military tone. It describes the mission one is sent on, or it emphasizes the sending of one on a mission. The only other use of this word is found in the 78th Psalm and verse 49, where a description of God's contest with the Pharaoh of Egypt is being recounted. It says, "He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them." We should briefly review God's purpose concerning angels from Hebrews 1:14. It says, "Are they not all ministering spirits, sent forth to minister for them who shall be the heirs of salvation?" However, since the fall of Lucifer, he and his 1/3 of the angelic band, rightfully referred to as demons, fight against instead of for those who shall be the heirs of God's salvation. We have a particular behind-the-scenes story recorded in the book of 1 Kings chapter 22, verses 19 through 23. It says, "And he said, Hear therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith?" Or how are you going to do that? And he said, "I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets." And he said, "Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee." So this scene from heaven has been repeated many times, and no doubt continues until the present day, as, quote, "the accuser of the brethren, the slandering one, the devil, seeks for permission to devour, to kill, and to completely consume a prey." 1 Peter 5:9 literally says, "To whom you all resist," that means stand against, "as steadfast, immovable in the faith ones, having known and continuing to know the same things, to be being fully completed of the sufferings, the afflictions," the King James word, "in your particular brotherhood in the world." Now we need to see Paul's discussion of the full armor of God and its use in withstanding the attack of Satan, and having done all to be able to remain standing after the battle. And that's found in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 20, which we have previously read in this series. But if you need to, take a moment before we come back tomorrow and review it yourself.